d'intéressant depuis la fois passée, depuis notre dernière leçon ensemble? Did you understand what I said, Yubeum?
What's new from our last lesson?
Yes, that's right. What you do since our last lesson together. That's wonderful, Yubeum. Your French is improving. You understand now what I'm saying in French. That's brilliant. That's excellent. Well done.
Well, I wasn't actually understanding, but you say that in the every lesson.
Oh, yes, that's true as well. That makes it easier for you if I say the same thing,
Yeah.
because then you can recognize more easily what I say if I repeat it each time. So that's good. Well, that means you have a good memory, you see. Uh, you can remember well what I say at the start of each lesson. That's great. So, tell me first in English, then in French, what you did that was interesting since last time, since our last lesson together, Yvonne.
Um. Well, there wasn't any much exciting, but
Mm-hmm.
hmm, I guess it was. I don't know. I don't think there was anything interesting, but mm, yeah,
So you don't
nothing.
feel you did anything special that was interesting since last time? Or what
Yeah.
happened since last time? Anything interesting? Did anything interesting happen since last time for you?
Um. Hmm.
Maybe
Something.
something interesting happened since last time.
Nope.
Nothing interesting happened either. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then you can say absolutely anything you like. Just make up a sentence in English, and then we'll translate it into French.
But think of it. There is one exciting thing
Yes. Uh-huh. What
today.
is that?
Today the snow came and it was like 10 centimeter thick.
So you said today. Today was what?
No.
Can you write it? I think it's better if you write it in the Skype chat. Then I think I'll be able to
Yeah.
understand it better, or what you're saying there in English. Oh, it
Right.
snowed today. Oh,
Yeah.
right. So I understood the verb to show, and I thought that you showed something, or something was shown to you, but it snowed. Wow, that's brilliant. So it's all white outside. It's completely white.
Well, not anymore because
Ah.
people play with the snow and snow is almost gone.
Oh
But
no, oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Well, maybe it'll snow again tonight and you'll have lots more snow again tomorrow. That'll be
yeah,
nice.
but it like snowed like 10 centimeter long.
You had 10 centimeters.
Yeah.
Well, that's quite good, 10 centimeters. I mean, yeah, that's not bad at all. Did you build a nice snowman?
No, the snow was too cold, so
Uh,
the snow snow kind wasn't good for
ah,
making snowman.
right. It wasn't snowman quality snow. Is that right?
Yeah, yeah,
Right. Okay. But you had at least a few snowball fights with the
yeah,
people around. Oh, that's good. So it was snowball quality, but it wasn't snowman quality.
yeah,
Well, that's still pretty good. By grace, next time it'll be not only snowball quality, but also snowman quality. That'll be nice.
yeah.
So, how are you going to uh, say all that in like just one sentence, which you can then translate into French? Can you try and write a sentence in English first of all, Yvonne, describing what you've just said, and then after that we'll translate it into French. Is that all right, Yvonne? Can you?
Okay.
Okay, that's great. Oh, didn't we say we were going to do a test at the beginning of this lesson? Didn't we say we were going to test your vocabulary? Did you learn anything since last time concerning our vocabulary?
No, not exactly. I kind of forgot it.
Uh-huh. So
Yeah.
you didn't learn the two verbs to have and to be in French.
I think I remember to be at there.
So you think you've learnt enough about the verb to be to maybe
No, I
conjugate?
just I just forgot it.
Ah, okay. Well, then we'll have to do that another time when you remember it, when you've learnt it a little bit more, a little bit better. So that's all right. We'll do that next time then. Well, what about the other words of vocabulary? Were you able to learn any of those at all?
No, no, I it was help because help I forgot it and help I didn't have time even though I didn't forgot it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. How do
Well,
you write portion?
how do
Or
you write autumn?
no, like unfortunately.
Oh, right. Let's have a look. In English, it's written like this. Is that the word you are asking me about?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I written it down in the Skype chat.
Okay, that's great. So let me have a look at what you've written there. Today it snowed, and the snow was 10 centimeters. Well, we wouldn't say 10 centimeters long, or even 10 centimeters wide or broad, but do you know the correct word for measuring the depth of snow, Yubeum? How do
Mm,
you measure? What is the word when you're measuring the depth of something? Have you heard about the depth of something? For example, a swimming pool, you could say it's 1 meter deep or 2 meters deep.
no,
So,
I didn't have it.
you didn't know about that. Okay, so um, uh, depth is a uh, measurement um, to see how deep uh, something is. Okay, so depth is a measurement to see how deep something is. So it's a bit like height. You know what height is.
Yeah.
What does height measure? It measures how.
How high it is.
That's right, exactly. But height like goes upwards, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But depth like goes downwards. You could talk about the depth of a valley, you see, or the depth of a hole, how deep it is, how far down it goes. Okay. So
Okay.
with snow, we talk about depth. So today it snowed, and the snow was 10 centimeters. Well, centimeters, the letters CM are usually both written in lowercase letters, not capital letters, not even for the letter C. So it will be a small c, not a big C. And today it snowed, and the snow was 10 centimeters deep. So depth is actually the measurement, but actually You don't say 10 centimeters depth. I was just explaining to you the concept of measuring how deep it is, but here we say 10 centimeters deep, okay? Deep being the adjective, depth being the noun, okay?
Okay.
So we need to have the word deep instead of depth. And the snow is 10 centimeters deep, okay? But unhappily, the snow was not the tape of snow. You would talk about the
Oh,
type of snow. Do you know how to spell the word type, Yubon?
IP.
That's right, Type. That's good. Snow was not the type of snow to make a snowman, right? Excellent, very good. So
Okay.
now let's have a look at the French here. Do you know how to say today in French?
No. No.
Okay, I'll just give you all the words of vocabulary. So, can you say this word for me, please, Yubon, that I've written in the Skype chat?
Um. On your HU.
So, it's aujourd'hui.
On
Okay,
your way.
that's right, very good, aujourd'hui. Okay, and let's have a look at the next word then. The next word is, there we are. Oh yes, it snowed. Okay, the verb to snow. Do you know what that is, Yubam?
No, we never learned that before.
We never learned that before, right? Well, these are new words of vocabulary for you, which of course you need to, if possible, learn. So we can have a test at the beginning of our next lesson once you've learned these words. It's neiger. Can you pronounce that?
Neji.
Correct. So that's the verb to snow. Of course, you have to conjugate it correctly because that's only in the infinitive. Because we don't say today to snow, but we have to write it in the right way. In the past, it snowed. So today snowed. You remember the word for and?
Um.
What is the word for and? If you can remember that.
And no.
Okay. You remember E.T. Extraterrestrial? E.T. Phone Home? Film by Steven Spielberg. So it's e. It's pronounced e when it's the letters et, and it means and. Okay.
Okay.
Now, snow. Right. That's feminine. It's la neige. Can you see how similar it is to the verb to snow?
Yeah.
What's the difference between the noun la neige
That's
and the verb to snow? Is
that's an R.
That's right. There's just an R at the end of the verb when it's infinitive. And the snow was so 10 centimeters deep. Okay. So yeah, you can keep that the same, 10 centimeters deep. Deep is profond. Um, but you see in French we say of depth. So I'm going to give you what deep is, which is profond, okay, in the sense of profound. But here, 10 centimeters deep, so I'm going to give you the whole sentence.
Okay.
And here you would say 10 centimeters, 10 centimeters deep in English would be in French 10 centimètres de profondeur, because it's a special way of writing it. It's a whole expression. So I'm going to give you that little expression directly in French. Okay, 10 centimeters de profondeur. And the next thing then is, but unfortunately, do you know the word for but at all, Yubam?
But
Yes, French.
no.
Okay. Mais, we've had it before, so once again, you need to learn these words of vocabulary. Mais, and then this word I gave you in English. Okay. You would say in French, malheureusement. Can you say that? Malheureusement?
Malheureusement.
That's right, malheureusement. Very good. Excellent. Okay, that's good. And then after malheureusement, we have the snow. Well, that's the same. Was not. Okay. You know the negative, I hope. The type. Okay. The type in English would be. Uh, well, there's three words. We can say type, kind, or sort. So, well, we can say le type. So it's similar to the English, okay? Le type being the type, okay?
Okay.
Of course, le type. And then we have.
Wait. How do you write? How do you write not?
Well, if you remember the negative construction, I'm sure we've seen this before. It's a ne, and then the verb. So I'm just going to write it like this so that you know you have the verb there. And then you have the word pas. So can you say that, Yubeum?
Pas.
That's right. And ne, and then the verb pas, okay, is not in English. And then was not the type of snow. Okay, well, we know the word for snow. To make, okay, to make, here it would be in French, we would say like for making. So to make in English would be translated like for making in French. So it would be pour faire. Okay, to make, pour faire. And then a snowman. Well, snow you know. And man, do you know what man is?
Wait. No.
No? Okay. So, a snowman is...
I can't. I can't. Why can't I go?
A man is om.
Wait. Can you wait a moment?
Sorry, sure.
Because my scripture is a little strange because I wrote to type, but I can't go any down anymore.
You can't go down anymore. So, I don't know, do you want to...
Now it works. Now it works.
It works now? Yeah, sometimes it can block, but you just need to wait a little bit sometimes and it unblocks itself, so that's okay. So, next thing then, as we were saying, a snowman would be, well, a man is un homme, okay?
Un homme.
Yes, but here it's a snowman. It's a certain type of man. So we don't just say a snowman. We say a snowman, a special way of saying it. And you would say bonhomme, and then de neige. It's like a good man made out of snow, literally.
Okay.
Bon meaning good, but the homme part is the man part, Homme. So you have all the words of vocabulary there, Yubeum. So, don't forget you need to conjugate the verb to snow. You can't just say today to snow. So, how would you conjugate that? How do you say it in French? Okay. Do you know which person it is? You know that in verbs you have I, you, he, she, it. That's the first, second, and third person singular. Then we have we, you, and they, which is the first and second and third person plural. Are you familiar with that, Yubeum?
I think so, yeah.
Yes? Okay. So, it, a bit like he or she, okay? How would, because in French we don't say it, they say it's either he or she. But in this case it would be he. And how do we say he in French?
Um.
You can't remember how you say he?
Yes.
Okay. So the way to say he in French is il.
Il.
Okay. So it's either he or it. It means the same thing in French. It's il. Are you familiar with that? Have you seen that before? Il?
I think so.
Okay, that's good. So when you're conjugating the verb to snow, how do you form the past participle of a verb? Do you remember a verb in the past? What is written at the end? Which letter usually is written at the end of a verb in the past? Any idea?
Okay.
Do you know?
No.
Okay. So I'll give it to you then. I'll conjugate it for you. So it snowed. Okay, like that. And in French we would say il, of course, because that's it. A, because it's conjugated with a verb to have, like saying it has snowed in French. And then you know the verb to snow, it's neige. It's neigé in the infinitive, and it's the same pronunciation when it's the past participle with e acute at the end. So you would say il a neigé. Can you see that, Yubeum?
Il a neigé.
Okay, il a neigé. Et la neige. Okay, that's good. And the snow. Now, how do you say was in French? This is the verb to be. You said that you're a little bit more familiar with the verb to be than the verb to have. So, well, tell me how much you know about the verb to be. See if you know sufficiently about the verb to be, Yubeum. What do you know about the verb to be? Anything at all that you know about the verb to be? Nothing at all. Okay. Well, how do you say the verb to be in French?
Well, to be.
Yes. Well, you know how to say the verb to have in French, don't you?
Have?
Yes, the verb to have in French.
To have été?
Well, it is actually what we're looking for. But did you say été ou était? I mean, write for me what you just said there in French, just to make sure the spelling.
Okay, but I can't send you because there is an accent.
Oh, I see. Okay, I'll give you the acute accent, which you can then copy paste into your reply or into what you write. And then write for me what you said, just to make sure the spelling is correct then, Yubeum.
Okay.
Okay. Because it sounds like it could be one of two different things. I just want to make sure it's the right one, if you see what I mean.
No, I'm not sure, but I'll just try.
Oh, that's what you should always do. Always try, even if you're not sure, because it's always possible that you have the right answer. Okay, it's nearly okay. You're talking about the infinitive because you said était, and I thought you were saying this. Okay, était, which means was, which is actually what we're looking for. Now, if it's être, which is the infinitive, which is correct as far as the verb to be is concerned, it's actually with a different accent, not the E acute, but the circumflex accent, like the little hat. Okay, that's the verb to be. So anyway, you did actually, it sounded like you said the right answer, était, which means was. So you know now how to say the snow was 10 centimeters deep. So, et la neige était. Okay, that's a verb. You have to have a verb. You can't have a sentence without a verb, or a phrase without a verb. Et la neige était 10 cm de profondeur. That's good. And the next thing is, but, did you write but correctly? Yes, that's good. Malheur. Oh, you better check how you spelled malheureusement. How do you spell malheureusement? Check your spelling because I think there might be a slight spelling mistake there.
Okay, I changed it.
Okay, let's have a look. Yes, that's correct now. Malheureusement, good. Well, you have to say the snow, so you need to repeat la neige because you didn't put the words the snow, so you have to say malheureusement la neige. So you need to repeat the word the snow. Was not, was, well, now you know what was
Okay,
is.
where do I put my J?
La neige, well, after malheureusement. Because if you look in the English, uh, you have the snow after that word. And so you need to keep the same word order in this case. And so the snow is just before the word was. And malheureusement, that no, that's right. Now was, remember what was? What was?
Um, was?
What was? Oh, this is good. I like this. I'm going to write this. What was
Okay.
in French. Look at that. Doesn't that sound good? Can you say that?
What was in French?
Yes. What was in French? Oh, that sounds good. I like that. Okay. Can you repeat what was in French? Can you repeat for me what was in French? Oh, this is good fun. Okay. Do you remember? Well, you can have a look in the
Yeah,
Skype chat.
well, of course,
You know,
était.
était, right. Now, remember how with a negative, what do you have? How, because you stuck the two together without any space, but you're
Yeah.
supposed to have what you're supposed to have between the ne and the pas.
Um,
What did I write? Have a look for the negative. When it's not, it's ne,
no.
and then something after the ne and before the pas. What's in between the two words, ne and pas? Can you see what I've written?
No.
Skype chat. If you go up in the history of the Skype chat, can you go up and look at what I wrote before in the Skype chat?
Um, or you should.
Can you see that at all?
No.
Can't see what I've written in the Skype chat. Okay.
Where is it?
Well, have a look. Have a look at all the things that I've written since the beginning of the lesson and see if you can see
Oh, there it
the
is.
French word for not or the French way of expressing not. So whatever I have
Not
written
bad.
there. That's right. It's ne and then the verb and then pas. So what is the verb in this case?
Pas.
Was, okay, in English, which we said was what in French?
Était.
Était. So it's ne. And because you
Non.
can't have ne directly with another vowel following, you can't have ne était. It has to be an apostrophe. So it becomes n'était pas, which literally means was not. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Okay, so it was not, donc la neige n'était pas, malheureusement la neige n'était pas. Okay, so it's the type, so it's not just type on its own, but it's le type de neige. Can you write that? Le type de neige.
Okay. In my uh, sentence.
Yes, remember, you need to have the article in front of type. In English, we have the type, so you know what the is in French when it's masculine.
Okay, wait a minute.
So, mais malheureusement, la neige n'était pas le type de neige.
Okay, I changed it.
You change that? That's good. Excellent. And next, it's hang on. Why did you put la instead of pas? Mais malheureusement, la neige. Oh no, it's la neige. You forgot the word neige after la. La neige n'était pas. And then you take away the ne pas, and then you add le type. I think I better write this for you, but you've done quite well so far. Okay, I'll just finish it off. So you've done it quite well so far. So, aujourd'hui, il a neigé et la neige it was translated. Okay, it did. It well, actually, here you would have. In English, we say it was deep, and in French, you say has depth. So, avait. Et aujourd'hui, il a neigé et la neige avait 10 cm de profondeur, mais malheureusement, okay, la neige n'était pas le type de neige. It wasn't the kind of snow. N'était pas le type de neige pour faire un bonhomme de neige. So, can you read all of that for me, please, in French, Yubeum?
Okay, so it's energy.
Aujourd'hui.
Aujourd'hui,
Very good.
il neige.
Il a neigé.
Il a neigé.
Et la neige.
Et
Et la neige.
I mean, I know that, but the next part.
Can you pronounce neige?
Neige.
That's good. Avait 10 centimètres de profondeur. Mais malheureusement,
la neige.
That's right, la neige n'était pas
le type de neige.
the type. Can you say type?
Type.
That's right, le type de neige
Neige
pour faire
bonne,
Un bonhomme
de neige.
de neige. That's right. Now try and say the whole thing in one go, Yubeum. Okay?
Okay. Okay, so I'm done.
Can you say the whole thing once again? Read the sentence once again in French, please, Yubeum.
Again.
Yes, please. Without me helping.
Okay, Jean-Claude, oui, oui, il
So,
neige
so it's aujourd'hui.
aujourd'hui
Good.
et la neige,
Yes. Neiger. Remember the E acute at the end is pronounced E. So, il a neigé.
il a neigé des centimètres,
Et la neige
et la neige
avait
euh,
mhm,
mais décimètres,
de 10 centimètres de profondeur.
la neige est ne terre.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit difficult here. Okay. But you've done a good job already translating that then, Yubom. So I think we'll move on now to the story so that we can fit the story in today. Do you remember where we stopped last time in our story, Yubom?
Well, I remember if I go there. Let's see.
Yeah. Mhm.
Scroll. Yeah. So we finished at the at page 38, and now we should do page 39.
Okay, so we'd actually finished the story we were doing last time. And the next one is, oh yes, I see the next one. What can you see in the title page or title picture of the next story you got?
A ship.
Right. And what is surrounding that sheep?
A musical that I don't know the name of that, but musical thingies.
Okay, it's something musical. Those are notes of music.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
notes.
notes. Okay, different notes of music to make music. And so let's have a look at the title. Try reading the title for me, Yuban.
Okay. La Barbie.
Good,
Cumberland.
good. Hey, you're finding this easier than the sentence that you translated earlier. So I think
Yes.
we should concentrate a little bit more on the story and a little bit less on the sentence because you're doing really well here. Okay, keep going. Yes, keep there.
Devenir.
Uh-huh.
Une star.
Devenir.
Devenir
Yeah.
une star.
Very good. Oh, well done. La brebis qui voulait devenir une star. Now, which words did you understand in that title, Yubo?
Barber.
Brebis. You recognize that word brebis?
No,
What?
no, but
Ah,
no, but I thought he meant ship.
well, it is a sheep, actually. Well done. Hey. I mean, that's good that you associated the picture with the title. It's a certain type of sheep. It's a female sheep, okay?
Okay.
So this was a female sheep, which is called une brebis.
Une brebis.
So obviously that's when it's a female sheep, but when it's the female sheep, we say la brebis, which means the female sheep.
The
Okay?
ship. Okay.
Now, Any other words you recognize there, Yubeum, in that title?
Mm, un, which
Which
means
words? Which word did you
un,
say?
which
Un.
means
Yes, which means?
a,
Correct. And is it masculine or feminine?
masculine.
Well, if it was masculine, what would it be if it was feminine?
Hmm. Feminine. Un. No.
Yeah. So how would you write it if it was feminine? If you're saying this is masculine, how would you write it if it was feminine then, Yuba?
Feminine, masculine, and I mean, I'm sorry. I feminine un and masculine un.
So in fact, masculine, okay, I'm going to write it for you. A, when
Okay.
it's masculine, equals un, okay, so that's masculine. And then, how do you say a when it's feminine then?
um.
If un is masculine,
Un.
well, un is when it's masculine, so how is it if it's feminine? What do
Um.
we have here?
Une.
That's right. And you said une was masculine, but in fact it's feminine because it's un that's masculine. Can you see the difference there, Yubon?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Just to make sure, um, is this what I've just written le masculine or feminine?
Um. Masculine.
That's correct. And what would be the feminine?
Le.
La.
La.
That's correct. So la would be the when it's feminine. There we go. So I've written that for you so that you remember that. And which other words do you recognize in the title there, Yvonne?
Star.
Now,
Means.
what do you think a star means in English?
Um. In the sky.
Yes, it's a star in the sky. So, in fact, they've used the English word because the French word for a star, okay, is une étoile. Can you say that, Yubom? Une étoile.
Yeah. Une étoile.
Very good. So, now, do you have an idea of what this title might mean in English? Any idea?
A a a ship
Yes.
in the sky.
It's not a sheep in a star, but
On a star.
sorry, what did you say?
On a star.
It's not on a star. What is surrounding the sheep in the picture?
Music.
Music. Okay. Usually, what do you associate people who are into music? I mean, if we're talking about a star and we're talking, and you see that there's music in the picture, so it's a musical star, and the people who are musical stars, you know what it means when a person is a star, don't you?
Yeah, they're right.
Yeah, they're famous. You know,
Mm.
do you know any famous singers or musicians or pop
No,
groups?
I'm not into music, so
You're
I.
not into music, okay. But there are some famous singers and pop groups and musicians who play music and who sing and who are very famous. You know that, don't you, Yvonne?
BTS.
For example, so they would be called stars. So
Yeah, because
here,
they're famous.
sorry, you were saying?
They're famous.
Well, they're famous, that's right. And so, what do you think this sheep wanted to be? If you see there's music all around the sheep, and you see the word star in the title. So what do you think this sheep wanted to be?
The sheep wanted to be a star.
Oh, well done, Yubeum. Oh, brilliant. That is ever so good. And that's exactly what it means. The sheep who wanted to become a star.
Star.
You
Okay.
see how easy it is when you have pictures in the stories that we read in French, because just from the picture, you can work out what
The
type.
what the meanings?
That's right, you can work out the meaning. You know what the title is about. It's about a female sheep, and you know what that female sheep wanted to become because you see the music around that female sheep, and which indicates, and also the word star in the title, and you know the female sheep wanted to become a star. That's brilliant. So it wasn't too difficult for you to work that out, to translate that, Yubeum, to understand that? It wasn't too difficult?
Yeah.
Yes, it was difficult, or no, it
No,
wasn't difficult?
it wasn't very difficult.
It wasn't very difficult, but so you were able to do it because you did succeed in understanding the title. So
Yeah.
well done! Congratulations, Yubeum! Bravo!
Yeah.
Oh, I'm very pleased for you, Yubeum. So tell me, how did you find the lesson? What did you think of it, Yubeum?
Of course, as usual.
As
Not
usual?
many things, but helpful.
Helpful, useful, interesting. It was
Yeah.
good. You enjoyed it. You liked it. Yes.
Yeah.
Ah, that's wonderful. Well, I'm very pleased then, Yubeum, that you enjoyed it as much as I did. That's great. And so I look forward to our next lesson next time. That'll be great, Yubeum.
Okay. Yeah.
Merci beaucoup, Yubeum. Merci.
Merci.
Et à bientôt.
Bye bye.
Bye. Au revoir.
Bye.